Ms. Boyd, you are here today with your son, a semi-pro football player who you say is being taken advantage of by the defendant. You argue she's told your son and another man that they are her 3-year-old daughter's biological father. Ms. Walker, you admit that another man was at the hospital when your daughter was born. You admit he cut the umbilical cord. You even admit he's on the child's birth certificate. But now you say you suddenly changed your mind and believe Mr. Boyd is her biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Boyd, why do you believe Ms. Walker is now claiming your son fathered her daughter?
Your Honor, I raised my child to be a good man and a father. And I just believe that Ms. Walker knows his potential, him being a semi-pro football player and all, and that he'll do the right thing for not only the child that I believe is his, but also for the other 2 children that she has. And I just don't want, if this is my grandbaby, I just don't want her to go through what I went through. I believe the man was my dad for 7 years. And when he passed away, I found out he wasn't my father. And I don't want that for not only this baby, no baby.
I understand. Ms. Walker, your response to that?
I did come trying to keep it 100 with both men and letting them know that it's a possibility, either or could be the father of this child. And in my heart, I felt like it was the other guy because he was there and he stayed around. Mr. Boyd, he disappeared, went MIA on me, and he wasn't around 3 months later. Now, all of a sudden, you want to keep sending me pictures, and that's what gave me doubt about the whole situation because they did look alike, and I have proof and evidence right here, Your Honor.
Jerome, can you please hand me that evidence?
And that's the reason why I had doubt, because she did look like Mr. Boyd, but he went MIA, like I said, and the other man stepped up, and he was there from the beginning. So
this evidence here on the left is a picture of Mr. Boyd as a child, and then on the right is a picture of your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Reginae.
Yes, Your Honor. Her eyes, they both have like the little bug eyes, and their teeth, when she smiles, they touch just like his does.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
It's been 3 years, and we've been trying to do this test. I shouldn't have had to bring them here after 3 years.
And so when you found out you were pregnant, you told Mr. Boyd and the other guy?
Yes, Your Honor.
You told them both?
I told them both at the same time.
Mr. Boyd, what did she tell you?
She told me that it was a possibility it could be mine or the other guy's.
So she was honest?
Yes, she did.
What was your response?
I told her that we need to get a DNA test done because I was not present. I did not sign the birth certificate, and I was not there during the birth.
Because you chose not to be there.
Is there a reason why you didn't go up to see the baby, Mr. Boyd?
No, there wasn't. I don't believe I was there that day, that weekend that it happened. I wasn't there when she was born. I got the call, I was out of town.
The man of my other 2 kids, he was there from day one, and he came to the hospital. And he was there when I had her, and he came and he stayed for a little bit, and then he continued to go on about his business because he chose to be there.
I have proof right here that he signed the birth certificate. And
he did?
Yes, he did.
Jerome, let me see that evidence, please. This is birth certificate for Reginae. And yes, I do see signature here under father.
Yes, he was there and he signed the paper, and she got his last name and everything because he was present. When he went MIA, I'm not trying to keep nobody around who doesn't want to be kept, because I feel if you wanted to know, you would have been there from day one, regardless the situation.
So during this time, during this 3 years, have you built a relationship with Reginae?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have?
I have.
Describe it, please.
When she was about maybe 2 or 3 months old, they came to our family reunion and we showed her our whole family. And it was probably over 300 people there. So I saw the resemblance. She looked like me when I was a little girl. But I didn't know anything about this. All I know is my son told me that this is his baby. I never even questioned it. I didn't know anything about another guy. I didn't know any of that.
So you've developed a real bond with Reginae.
Yes, Your Honor, I love her.
And Mr. Boyd, how about you? What is your relationship like with Reginae?
We have a good relationship together. She calls me every now and then to ask, just to talk to me out during the day, see how I was doing, say hi, and then she'll go on about, she'll get bored, and then she won't talk on the phone no more. But she just about calls me just about every day.
She calls you daddy?
Yes.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Walker, what's Reginae's relationship like with the other man?
With the other man, she does call him dad, but it's like he has that on and off relationship with her, and that's what I don't like.
So your 3-year-old daughter is calling 2 different men daddy?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
As a grandmother, when she spent Christmas with us, it broke my heart because she said something about the other man, and that being her dad, and then she said something about my son. Like I said, being through what I went through, I couldn't correct her. How do you correct a 3-year-old? When they're already confused, it just really broke my heart, and that's why we're here today.
Okay, I think it's time we get this resolved. I'm ready for the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Boyd v. Walker, pertaining to whether 3-year-old Reginae Hayes, and as to whether Mr. Boyd is her biological father, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Boyd, you are not her father. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize for my actions, but I did let you know that from the beginning.
Mr. Boyd, Ms. Boyd?
I'm just happy that it came out now, opposed to her living for 18 years, thinking that she had 2 fathers and not knowing the difference, because...
How do you feel, Mr. Boyd? I know you said you developed a love and relationship.
It hurts a lot because I do love her, like she's my own. She still is, but she's not mine.
So I'm glad you came today, and I'm glad you got the truth, and I hope you all feel that you're better having found it out. But now there's still a beautiful little girl that's established a relationship and a connection to you that you all have to figure out how to then either incorporate or somehow slowly move away. So her feelings and her spirit and her sense of self are protected, okay? And as a unit, figure out how to make this okay for Reginae, okay? I wish you the very best of luck. Ms. Smith, you're here today because you claim that growing up, you were told again and again that different men were your dad.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today you say you hope to put an end to a lifelong mystery when you meet a man for the very first time that you finally believe is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Smith, first, take me back to when this mystery began.
When I was 15, I was told by a cousin that the guy that had been raising me was not my biological father.
Did you confirm that with your mother?
I did. She told me, they both ended up talking to me, and they told me the truth about it, and that there was a different man that was biologically my father. And when I got a little bit older, I tried to contact that guy, and he just didn't want anything to do with me.
Did you ever get a hold of him?
I actually went to his job, and he said that there was a test done, and that it came back negative. And when I asked him about the results of the test, I asked him if I can see the test results. He got real defensive about it, and he wouldn't have anything else to do with it. He said that he would contact his attorney if I brought it up anymore.
Really? So you waited and waited for this moment. You say you've been through so much in your life.
Yeah, it hurt me really bad knowing this guy that, you know, had been there my whole life, finding out the truth that he wasn't, in fact, you know, my biological father. And
did anyone ever tell you why?
No. I asked him who hung around back then, you know, in their group or whatever, you know, and he had mentioned one man that could in fact be my father. So he told me that his name was Mr. McBride.
Okay.
And I contacted him on Facebook.
And that was sent to the man that's in court today?
Yes.
So you have made contact with him?
I have.
But you've never met him?
I haven't.
You're going to meet him for the first time. He is here right now with his wife. Jerome, will you please escort Mr. and Ms. McBride in?
Go up to the left side there.
Hello, Mr. and Ms. McBride. Thank you so much for being here. We're here talking with Ms. Smith about her journey, her long journey. Before she ever sent you that Facebook message, did you have any idea she existed?
No idea whatsoever, Your Honor.
He's real close with his children. And when she got a hold of him and the possibility that she was his daughter came up, he was upset because he said, well, I may have missed out on 35 years of her life.
Mr. McBride, you do remember the relationship with Miss Smith's mother, am I correct?
Yes, I do. I've talked to mutual friends and everything else, and I was never told. I had no idea whatsoever.
So you've seen her mother, talked to mutual friends you've had.
Yes.
And no one has ever mentioned Miss Smith?
That it was a possibility at all, no.
Do you believe she's your daughter?
I believe there's a great possibility of it.
You do? And why is it you believe that?
Well, from pictures that we've looked at, and like my wife will say sometimes, that she acts a lot like I act like. And,
Your Honor, they're so much alike, it's uncanny.
Really?
Yes.
In which way? Describe, please.
Well, they not only look alike, and I have pictures here.
I'd like to see those. Jerome, would you hand me the pictures, please?
But their personalities are so strong, too. There's just an amazing resemblance.
And these are the photos you submitted to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
This photo is?
The
Ms.
one on
Smith
the
is
left
the child.
is Angie, and the one on the right is
Mr. McBride's mother.
Mother, yes.
As a child.
They even had that little twist in their mouth that she's got that his father has.
Mr. McBride, you said you have boys.
yes, I have two boys.
Do you have any girl children?
No, I don't. I would have loved to have had a little girl. And
We bought her a dress because Dave said that he had never gotten to buy her one. So if she's his, we bought a little baby girl a dress.
So, Ms. Smith, as beautiful as this is, there's still some doubt here as well.
There is doubt. I don't want to get hurt again after all of this that I've been through trying to find, you know, who this person is. I just don't want to get hurt.
Jerome, I think it's time we go to the results. These These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Smith versus McBride, when it comes to 34-year-old Angela Smith, Mr. McBride, you are not her father.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I'm so sorry.
I know this was not the result any of you wanted.
Well, I hope she finds cooperation from others, and maybe there's someone else we don't know about, but I hope she gets the answer she needs.
And we do too. Ms. Smith?
We will be there to help her. And
we plan to make a trip to see her before winter comes in, and we're still going to do that.
Good. That's beautiful. I wish you all the very best of luck. Take care. Ms. Wilson, you admit to an affair with a married man, and now you are furious that he's denying your one-year-old daughter, Shakira. You say your relationship with Mr. McKnight may have been a secret, but your daughter isn't. And once you prove he's the father, you want him to leave his wife and go home with you. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. McKnight, you are in court today with your wife, and you testify you fell victim to temptation, but you weren't the only man. And you are 100% certain you are not Shakira's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Wilson, explain why today's results are so important to you.
Because my daughter is not a secret, and she needs to know her other siblings, and I need to know, like, where we stand.
Oh, so you say you're confused. You don't
Yes.
even know where you stand with Mr. McKnight?
Yes.
Well, Mr. McKnight's standing with his wife, so how did you even start sleeping with a married man? How did this start?
Okay, well, I was coming in to cash my check, and I seen a wallet on the floor, and I picked the wallet up, and I seen his ID, and it said Ramon McKnight. And I said, I seen him at the job. So when I seen him at the job, I handed him his wallet. And so after that, I seen him numerous times, and then he just asked me for my number.
Oh, so it started off as a good Samaritan.
Yes.
And once that happened, it started communication.
Yes.
And then at some point, he actually said, here's my number.
Yes.
So how does it turn into a sexual relationship from there? What happens?
So he called me, and he was like, I wanted to see you. And I said, okay. This was after work. And he was like, we're gonna get a room. So.
Wait, so he just calls you and says, I wanna see you and we're gonna get a room?
Yeah, we was communicating before, you know. We was communicating, getting to know each other.
Okay.
And then it lead to, let's
get a room.
Yes.
And did he say to you, I'm married?
He was keep telling me, like, he was tired of his wife.
I never said that.
Yes, Your Honor, he did. He told me he was tired of her.
So he told you he was married, but he said, I'm tired of my wife.
Yes.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I say something, please?
That's what they all say.
Your Honor.
Yes. That's what he told me. He
Your
told me he
Honor.
was tired of her. She don't cook. All she do is be home, watch the kids. She not trying to work. She not trying to help me provide with these children.
So he told you a series of frustrations he was having with his wife, but that he had a wife nonetheless.
Yes.
But you still decided to go to the room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because at that time, you know, I was going through a lot. My mom had passed. So it's like, you know, you need that type of...
You were looking for comfort.
Yes. And he was there.
Companionship.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes,
May
ma'am.
I say something, please?
Yes.
What she just said in here in court, that's not what she told me on the phone, because she was the one who initiated contact. When Miss Wilson contacted me, she said that my husband and her and some other co-workers were all pretty much powwowing and
powwowing?
As in like hanging out. There was nothing sexual that occurred.
Me and Raymond was having sex every day. Every day we get off of work, he was coming to have sex with me.
Where? At your house?
At my house, at a room, in her car, the car he bought her, that she got repo because she couldn't pay the note on it. And then on the truck that she got now, we had multiple sex in that truck too as well. So let's come on, boo-boo, let's not get it twisted. Your man be sleeping with me every night. And when he lying to you, calling you, saying he's doing overtime, he's with me.
That didn't happen.
In my panties.
So wait, is that something you proud of?
No, no, it's not that I'm proud of. I'm just letting her know the truth. These are the facts.
See, Your Honor, my position is this, Your Honor. Yes, I am legally married to my husband, and that's why I'm standing by him right now. But as a woman of integrity, I don't have to go back and forth with Ms. Wilson. I don't have to try to degrade her. I felt like some adult in this position needed to be responsible because Ms. Wilson nor my husband was doing anything to find this out.
Your Honor.
I'm still speaking, ma'am, thank you. And I have children with my husband. If her daughter is, in fact, my husband's daughter, they need to know their siblings. I am not an immature woman. I don't feel the need to try and keep a man away from his child. I eliminated myself from the equation so that if he is the father, he can step up and take care of his responsibilities. So there's...
Okay, Your Honor, so hold on, because I have heard a lot of testimony from both of the women. But Mr. McKnight?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
You're not doing a lot of talking. But you are the common denominator that runs through this whole equation. How did you end up in a place as a married man at your job, supposed to be minding the business that pays you?
Yes, ma'am. That
you end up trying to sleep with Ms. Wilson?
It started, as she said, she did find my wallet, but it was a co-worker that used to work with us. And he was telling me, like, man, you should try to get her. I was like, no, ma'am.
Your Honor, that's a lie.
You know, but then he was like, you could go ahead and get her.
That's a lie.
And this same co-worker, you know, me and him was sleeping with her at the same time. Me and him used to converse before we left work to find out who was going over there.
That's a lie.
Oh, that's just about nasty.
That's a lie, Your Honor. That's a lie, Your Honor. That's a lie.
So you're testifying in this courtroom that there was a co-worker who told you that you should go try to sleep with Ms. Wilson.
Yes, Your Honor.
But that same co-worker was sleeping with her too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why would he want you to sleep with the same woman he's sleeping with?
I don't know, but a lot of...
Is that just how nasty you men out here acting? Is it, Jerome?
Sometimes.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Sometimes.
No, really. Is this something new?
No, not in Detroit. Not in Detroit.
Your Honor.
You said not where?
Not in Detroit, no.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm from Detroit.
Not with you.
No, hold on. Let's not bring Detroit in it, because I'm from Detroit.
Me too.
And it's plenty of hard-working men that know how to take their butt home after they get off work.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. So now,
you're married. How do you get from work to in the bed with Miss Wilson? How do you let yourself think that's okay?
I don't know. I just was tempted. I was just tempted.
How were you tempted? What was she doing?
Keep it real.
It was just real easy for me to be with Miss Wilson.
No, it wasn't. Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I please talk, Your Honor?
You're trying to say that Miss Wilson was promiscuous?
Yes, Your Honor.
No. Your Honor, can I please speak?
So what happened?
Your Honor, like I said, when I found his wallet, he was very flirtatious. He was buying me Skittles, Pops, leaving there for me.
Where did you all go to have sex?
He paid for it, hotels, my house, his car he got her that she got repo, and the truck.
I never been with her in my truck.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor. May I say something?
Yes,
a lot of times.
Yes, Ms. McKnight.
She knew that he was a married man.
Right.
And even if he pursued her, even if he bought her all the Skittles in the world, no woman's integrity should allow them to just sleep with the married man or be with him or continue on with him knowing that he has a family at home.
I really want you to testify as to how you even found out
Well, Your Honor, initially I found out because Miss Wilson did, in fact, call me on Messenger about 20 times, and she continued to leave messages. I had no idea what it was about. I thought that a coworker was trying to reach out to me. Maybe something had happened to him at work. So I answered. She told me, I just want you to know because Ray, because that's what some of his coworkers call him, is not telling you that we're together and we're sleeping together. And basically, she insinuated that he was leaving me for her. When I spoke with him later on, he said that the reason why, because he said that she had told him in advance she was going to tell me. And the reason why she was upset because she had gave him an ultimatum, and he told him that he was not leaving his family for her. So she was mad and decided to contact me.
That's a lie.
So why did you decide, I'm gonna call his wife?
So he's telling the whole plant that me and him had sex. So I said, I'm gonna call your wife. And so that's what I did. He told the whole plant that we had sex, and guys was like, oh, well, Ramon said that it was good. You telling them about, our sexual, relationship. That's making me look.
But my point is this: you realized he was married, and you realized you were the mistress.
At the plant.
So at that point, the whole plant knowing. How is that at all relevant
I
to
was
him
never
telling
a
his wife?
mistress at the job. He was telling everybody that we was together. I'm not no mistress.
Oh, at the job,
yes.
he was telling people that y'all were a couple.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
But how was that
No,
true
I didn't.
if you were sleeping with his friend, too?
I'm a whole married man.
Okay, that
Your
friend,
Honor.
I slept with his friend way before I even met Ramon.
We was sleeping with her at the same time.
No, that's a lie. I slept with him way before I even met Ramon.
So after you decide you gonna tell the wife, do you break it off with Mr. McKnight once he says he's clearly not leaving his wife?
Yeah, we stopped communicating.
So, Mr. McKnight?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you try to then work on your marriage?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how?
That's a lie.
I did. We have.
That's a lie.
Me and her, we did go to. Me and my wife, we went to counseling through our pastor, and we was working on it.
But clearly that didn't work because you're here.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
What happens?
He was coming to my department, always helping me, always flirting with me, always talking to me. I said, Ramon, look, it is what it is. I'm done with you. He like, I'm gonna get you back. So one day I was bending over to go put the boxes on the pallet, and Ramon came behind me and bumped his on me. He was like, I'm gonna get you back.
That never happened.
Yes, Your Honor, it had happened.
That never happened.
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
That never happened.
So how did that get you back? Because if you were done with him...
Because let's get this clear. He's working with a 10-inch. So that's what got me, it brought back memories when he did that. And I'm like, well, wow. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that Mr. McKnight is well endowed?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
And you couldn't stay away?
No, Your Honor. No.
And then what happened?
And so we started communicating, and then we started having sex every night. And then this is when he's wrecking me off every week for $50.
No, we didn't. No, I didn't.
Every night he came to see me, and on his payday was Tuesday, because to get a car, he was paying me $450 every week.
No, I was not, Your Honor.
He does.
There's no way that could possibly be true. And I know his amount of money that he brings home.
He was lying.
There's no way that he could have afforded.
Unless
he was working 3 jobs.
I have his
check stubs. She does have his check stubs.
He was supposed to give me the apartment. He was paying me $450 every week, boo-boo. Let's get it right. Yes, he was.
No.
Let me see that evidence, Miss Wilson.
Yes, he was. It's in my possession, in my purse, boo-boo.
You say Mr. McKnight was giving you $450 a week?
Yes.
Look at the check stubs. You will see.
Yeah, he was paying me.
Look at the check stubs.
Yeah, he was paying me $450 every week. He was lying. He was lying to you, boo-boo, how much he was giving you, but he was giving me $450 every week.
Were you giving her $450 a week?
No, Your Honor. It was
not.
not.
Oh, my God. My mama Grave, you sit up here lying.
It was not no $450.
Ramon, you lying?
It was not.
Were you giving her money?
Yes, he was, Your Honor.
Why?
Because it was like she was blackmailing me. She was telling me I need money, because if I don't get the money, I'm gonna tell your wife that you got this baby. And I'm gonna tell this, I'm gonna tell that.
Your Honor, when I ended up pregnant, I called Ramon. He pulled up, I said, look, Ramon, I'm pregnant.
And I said,
I guess he didn't believe me, so I took the pregnancy test in front of his face. He like, oh, you pregnant? I said, yeah. Raymond McKnight He went to the ultrasounds with me. He's like, I got to schedule in the morning time because I don't want my wife to know. I said,
oh, you were going to ultrasound appointment?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
Yes,
Your Honor, he was going to the ultrasounds with me, Your Honor.
Ms. McKnight, I want you to tell the court, how do you find out about the pregnancy?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. I received like about 20 phone calls back-to-back on Messenger. When I looked down and saw the name that it was Miss Wilson, I automatically knew, okay, here we go again. And she was like, I just want you to know that, you know, Ramon's sleeping with me. He's gonna be with me. He gave me his check stub so that we can get a place together. And I have a baby that I had in April. You know, she was messaging me constantly, trying to harass me. I have the evidence
What kind
here.
of message was
she was harassing me. I'm like, the audacity for you to be contacting me about my husband. I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
okay, and
I'm like, you bring evidence of those messages?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
But
they're right
you
here.
Looking at me,
Can I read it?
Hold on, Miss Wilson.
And she's
Jerome,
very adamant
let me
that
see
she
those
wants
messages.
she's very adamant that she wants a relationship with my husband. She wants to be with him. And she made it clear at the end of these messages.
Whoa. She said, you lying blank. You just mad he blanked this good blank. Blank, you ain't stopping blank. And then you respond, Ms. McKnight, and say, girl, please stop, you're embarrassing yourself. That's not my man, baby girl, that's my husband.